here, Buzz TV, something really, really fun. One, I'm at the best place of all at NAB. We're at the Sony booth. And more important, I'm with a good friend. We're with Christina. She's going to talk to us about something fun, the newest camera from Sony. You saw a little bit about this at the press conference, but we're going to have some fun and discuss it now. How you doing today, Christina?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Oh, life's great. I'm at the happiest place of all. I'm at Sony, and I see all the new toys and get my wish list going.
I know, right? This is something really, really amazing here. We just announced it a couple days ago. It's the new Alpha A7S. S for sensitivity, right? It's a very, very bright camera. First off, what's really cool about it is it's shoot 4K video, right? So it's for the first time in an ILCE like this, unlimited 4K video delivered to the end user. It's very, very sensitive. So we're talking about a 12 megapixel camera. We've got the same image sensor that we've got in our other A7 line. But with 12 megapixel, what that means is that those megapixels are actually, or the pixels themselves are a lot larger. So it's very, very sensitive. As well, it has extended ISO up to 409,000. So it's amazing, amazing bright and low light. You can basically see in the dark with this thing.
Exactly. That's something we loved, is the low light capability. Now, another quick question. Lens swappability. This is part of the line where we could be swapping lenses. We saw all the lenses. You'll see it again. We'll cut that piece in from the press conference.
Thank you, Alec. Hello, everyone. My name is Ishizuka. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm responsible for the professional handheld camcorders, and also responsible for all consumer digital cameras and camcorders. As we review the recent market, many professional videographers are using interchangeable lens cameras for their various purposes. This movement suggests that the barrier between still pictures and motion pictures, professional and consumer, is decreasing. In order to meet users' needs, we have decided to redefine our lens mount approach to alpha mount system. Based on this refinement, not only for still images, but for movies, we will propose an excellent product shortly. Allow me to briefly introduce what is Alpha Mount System. Alpha Mount System is the name of the system that consists of cameras and lenses that can be used for A-mount or E-mount interchangeable lens cameras. There are a total of 54 lenses, a variety to choose from. There are lenses for still pictures and movie, and lenses that are quiet and equipped with power zoom. The short flange back and open mount strategy of E-mount is supported by key partners other than Sony, which means you can use their lenses that they may develop, or you can use classical lenses by using adapters. Now, I'm sharing with you Sony's new Alpha 7S with full-frame sensor. Okay. S of Alpha 7S stands for its great sensitivity. Alpha 7S can support amazingly over ISO 400,000. Not only the high sensitivity, it can support down to ISO 50, which means the camera has characteristics of an extremely wide sensitivity range. In video mode, the Alpha 7S can output 4K video to an optional external third-party recorder and can record full HD using the world's first full pixel readout without pixel blending. Also, this camera comes with various features in order to meet professional post-production customer needs. I'm confident that the picture quality this camera provides will satisfy professional customers. Now, let's look at still shots taken by the Alpha 7S. In addition to strong sensitivity, it has the characteristics of providing extremely high dynamic range. This camera allows you to shoot pictures with rich expression under low light conditions where it was very difficult to shoot due to the darkness. This excellent high sensitivity can shoot pictures with high speed shutter under low light condition. You can capture fast moving subjects like this high jumper with high accuracy. Now let's look at the footage. How are you? Thank you. I hope it was impressive. I wanted to present you this year's cherry blossoms in Japan. This footage was taken with no lighting. I think you can realize the Alpha 7S's high sensitivity. The Alpha 7S is our first step towards the journey to building the new Alpha mount system. We are currently working on a power zoom lens, which is sufficient for movie shooting. We will continue to develop the world of Alpha mount systems with the evolution of both cameras and the lenses, and we will continue to offer a product that pleases users. Thank you for your attention. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Ishizuka-san, for being here with us today. I think we've given you a lot of information, and you can find all of our news announcements and photos at www.sony.com/news. I invite you to all stop by the exhibit over the next 4 days and see our technologies up close. And don't forget, tomorrow night, right here in this room, the Sony AFI screening event that starts at 7 p.m. Seating is on a first-come, first-served basis. Have a great day, and we will see you on the show floor.
But you have an amazing line of lenses that you could swap out with this thing. So that besides being, for shooting stills, this is a true filmmaking camera.
It totally is. It has unlimited video capability. So in other ILCE cameras, you're limited to about 29-minute segments. This shoots non-stop, so there's no limitation in terms of the timing of it. And it's just, I don't even know what to say about it. It's amazing. You talked about the open system of the lenses. This is, we are the only ones that have Zeiss lenses. You can use all of any other competitive lenses as well. So you've got adapters out there of Metabone, Canon or Nikon glass. It's basically camera witchery, right? It's amazing.
Exactly. So if you're not getting one of these and it's not on your wish list, you probably bought the wrong product, and we're really good about, you might spend a little more, you might have to save a few more months, but do it right, because eventually this is the unit you're going to get, and everything else, well, you're going to go, now I have to sell something on eBay. We love the product, and again, we have a limitation in our world where we're dealing with 4K at this moment. We have a 5-minute window, and it's really hard to shoot a band and say, okay, you're shooting live, make sure this song fits in a 5-minute window. So I love the unlimited capability. Release date's coming soon. So all I could say is keep checking the Sony website. We'll have updates on it. We're gonna bounce around, see some more things, so we'll catch up with you soon. And we're off. Back again at Sony. Now here's something fun. We're looking at a DJI Phantom. Strange because we're running a DJI Phantom too, but we're gonna learn about why their camera is so good with this.
So what we're looking at here is the Sony Action Cam. It's the 100V, which we just announced at CES a few months ago, and it just started shipping into the channel. It's built with a Carl Zeiss all-glass lens. It's a wide field of view on it, so it's 120 degrees. XMR CMOS sensor, so it's really, really good in low light. And it has built-in image stabilization. So when you're flying it on a copter, you're not going to get the jello effect that you do on competitive models because of that intelligent stabilization that we've got. It's splash-proof outside of its casing. So you can see it's really small form factor here. And it's actually being shown on a specialized gimbal made by DJI for the Action Cam.
Nice.
Yeah, it also has time code built in. So with a live view remote, you can sync up to 5 of these at the same time, trigger all of them off simultaneously, and then with time code, you can actually mix in footage from other cameras and quickly edit them together.
Wow, I love that. Now something else, with the built-in image stabilization, if I had this mounted, let's say on a helmet, on a handlebar for some kind of snowboarding or sport, I'm getting true image stabilization.
Yeah, we call it intelligent stabilization. The steady shot basically adjusts to the amount of vibration that the camera's experiencing. It's going to be a really nice stabilized image. So you think about, the bumps and jumps that you get if you're dirt biking or if you're surfing and whatnot. The camera's going to understand basically the shakiness of that image and stabilize it accordingly. So it's not just a clear cut across the board. And it's shooting with a SD card, so it's micro SD up to 64 gigabytes, and it has 13 megapixel still image capture if you want to do that. Wi-Fi and NFC is built in, so you can turn your phone, your tablet, iOS as well as Android-based devices into a remote viewing device as well as remote control for it.
Perfect. That was going to be my next question. Could I actually control it from a device and go from stills to video? So you can, and that's a biggie. Also, tilt control on the camera when I'm flying. The gimbal that they built for you does have that, correct? That's a big deal because you want to be able to move that camera. And I'm looking like it might be time that we might be upgrading the camera we have on ours because I love this model. I love what it does. The only thing that I'm pretty sure we won't be using is the microphone because, again, no matter what camera you have, if you're trying to record sound when this thing's flying, you're going to hear pretty much a hornet's nest. Other than that, they are great, great units. And again, Sony's found a way to take a great product and make it even better. We're going to be moving on. We're going to see some of Christina's products that she works with in the consumer end. We're going to also check some pro-end cameras. Vegas 13. We exclusively use Vegas 12. But again, when we see some of the new stuff, I think we're upgrading again. So, we're off. Here we are, back at Sony. Now we're going to talk about some 4K cameras, and I see something very new and very small.
Yeah, this is an amazing little beast here. It's our FDR AX100. We just announced it at CES in January. It's won a lot of awards. Basically, it shoots 4K video in XAVCS, which is the consumer codec, right, for 4K. But it also shoots AVC HD, so you have your choice there. It's got a really beautiful LCD that's fully articulating there, a viewfinder, OLED viewfinder.
Gorgeous viewfinder.
Built with a really bright Carl Zeiss Vario Sonar T-Star lens at f2.8, which is amazing. 18 times zoom. I had a lot of manual controls on it, so you can control your shutter, your iris, all those types of things that you find in higher end or professional grade camcorders. Super small. It is built for the consumer at only $2,000, which is pretty amazing.
Nice price point.
Right.
Very nice.
Up top, we've got the multi-interface shoe right there, so you can, basically attach lights and, XLR adapters for additional mics as well to basically upgrade your production value very, very simply. And again, super small. One of the cool things to do with it is utilize its Wi-Fi and NFC. You want to, basically tether that to your phone, your tablet. You can rig this thing up and you can control it as well as, ensure that you're getting the right shot from a remote location.
And for us, this is a great thing because we have remote control tripod heads that give us pan and tilt capability. But you slap something like this on it, now you're shooting in 4K. You could remote get your pan tilt. You go with the NFC on it. Now you're controlling some zoom as well. So this is something you could actually get a couple of these, mount in 3 positions, give yourself a 3-position shot, a long shot, a left, a right, maybe a tight shot. And the price point, $2,000, I don't think you're really going to beat it. Let me ask a real quick question. Low light capability. How is this thing shooting in low light?
It's actually really, really amazing in low light. We've built it with a full 1-inch XMR CMOS sensor, so that that basically means that it's going to pick up a lot of detail in dark situations. So for you guys, shooting a lot of music videos and concert halls and whatnot, lights are on, but they're not obviously ideal for a lot of video situations. But with this bad boy right here, you can shoot in very dark situations and get really beautiful, crisp, clear images.
Now here's something we've always had problems with, but I've talked to a lot of people, so it's not us, it's everyone. Cameras hate red. As a lighting guy, unfortunately I use red a lot too. Is there a way of getting around that, or is anyone working on that? I mean, like when they use mostly red, images are so washed out. Is there something that Sony's doing, or maybe in the near future, that anyone's working on to possibly help with that?
Well, Sony's really leading the charge in digital imaging, right? I mean, we're really coming with some brand new things, 4K for the consumer. We announced the A7S, again, another 4K camcorder, or ILC, excuse me, that shoots nonstop video. So we're always working towards that, and most definitely our R&D teams are trying to work towards providing the best picture quality out there.
So it's going to get there, and the reason we ask that, because we're not the only ones with that problem, and people did ask us and say, hey, Brad, when you're running around, ask that question. Eventually it's going to happen. It'll be an automatic feature where they'll be able to color correct and deal with that. Right now, you're like us with everyone else. Try to shoot a song that's not in red. Another question, because we're going to go look at the camera later. What is the difference between the 100 and the 1, other than size?
Well, the one, I'm not going to be able to answer that, sorry. Can you cut that?
Sure.
We don't even have the 1 here, and I have to run the specs. Sorry.
Well, it's okay. We'll cover that another time. We'll just edit that out. So we'll just end it at another point. But you know what? We're going to run some other stuff, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're back at Sony again. We're with our friend Michael. You remember, we bumped into these guys over at the NAMM show. But now we're going to talk about Vegas 13. We edit exclusively with Vegas 12. But I'm pretty sure after this conversation, we will be shooting exclusively in Vegas 13. How you doing today, Michael?
I'm doing real good. Thank you very much. Appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, we love Sony. So, again, this is better than Disneyland. This is my happiest place on earth. Tell me about the great stuff we have going with Vegas 13 this year.
In Vegas 13, we're looking at a sneak peek right now because it's not out. It'll be out on April 17th. But you can certainly go to SonyCreativeSoftware.com/Vegas Pro 13 and get a sneak peek, and also enter your email address so we can let you know as soon as it's available, and on the 17th.
And you're going to want to do that.
Absolutely. We've got a lot of nice new features. We've got a new multi-tool paradigm. Vegas has always been a very organic editing environment, and this multi-tool feature really speeds that up. So all these tools right down there in the editing environment, so they're quick to get to and really speed up your editing. We also have what's called a proxy-first workflow. So Sony has a wireless adapter that fits on your camera. So as the camera is recording the full res files, the adapter is creating proxies that it can beam up to the cloud, and like for instance to Sony C service, and then somebody back at the studio could download those proxies, start editing, and probably finish the edit by the time the camera guy drives all the way back to the studio. He hooks the camera up, dumps down the full res file, and Vegas Pro automatically swaps out the proxies for the full res, and you're ready to render. So that's really nice.
That is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Now something real quick. You're going to want to go to our version of the Sony press conference, because that's where you're going to see the cloud and what it does. Amazing little feature.
Yeah, good point. So we also have the ability now to do smart render of the real big 4K XAVC intra files. So as you know, pushing around 4K files can be challenging, and when it comes time to render, can slow things down. But with the smart render feature, as long as that's native, like you're doing straight cuts or you're not doing a lot of effects, it'll just pass those frames through, which really speeds up the render time. Another feature that's really cool is the archive feature. So you're done with your project, you want to sort of clean the decks and get ready for the next project. but you don't want to lose any of that media. So the archive feature will allow you to choose what media you want to gather together in one place, including the project file, and then archive it to a Blu-ray disc or to a removable hard drive, so that at any time you can get back there to that project, get back to any piece of media in that project that you might want to use in a future project. So it's a really nice way to clean up the project at the end and archive it. Another feature is this little guy, which is Vegas Pro Connect. We call it that because you can connect your iPad to Vegas Pro. Isn't that clever?
Oh, that's
You
neat.
probably wonder how we came up with that name, Vegas Pro Connect.
I know somebody worked long and hard.
Long and hard, long and hard. So what you're seeing here across the top is I can have connections to different stations of Vegas Pro. Maybe one in the studio, one at home. I've got a connection to the one up on the stage. We've got one connected to the kiosk here. And just by clicking on this, I can now, you can see, put this in play, stop, go to the end, go to the beginning, drop markers, and so forth from this app. And as you saw, it's very robust and real quick. Now the difference, or the problem there is, I had to look down here and find my buttons, right?
Correct.
So, that's not a big problem, but I like to be watching Vegas when I'm doing this. So I hit this little hand here, and now, if I can do it, I have a big blank screen, or what's for the blank screen. It all works via gesture, and I don't even have to look down. So I click this question mark, it shows me all the different gestures I can use to manipulate Vegas. And then, so now, single tap, it starts to play. Tap, I can scroll across, I can go frame by frame, I can drop markers.
Wow.
So this is all about collaboration. There's two kinds of collaboration with respect to the home screen here. So the first one, this is how we work back at the shop. So let's say Gary's got video that's close to being done, he wants us to review. So we gather in the boardroom, he puts Vegas up on the big screen, and we're sitting with our iPads. And so instead of saying, oh wait a minute, Gary, stop there, or roll back, let's talk about that, I can drop a marker right where I want to make a comment. I can add notes, and that metadata becomes part of the project. Gary gets back to his studio, opens up that project, all my markers there, all my notes are there, and he knows exactly what he was supposed to do at that point in time. That's sort of an online workflow. An offline workflow, you see these thumbnails down here, these are iPad proxies of the work in progress. And I can open those up, and I can see the markers that he dropped and locate to those, and maybe let me some notes. Or I can drop markers of my own and leave notes for him. And as soon as I get back to the studio, and this is in Wi-Fi range of Vegas Pro, that metadata automatically jumps into the project. Next time Gary opens it, all my notes are there. He knows exactly what I want to do next. So this is free. Go to the Apple App Store, download this probably next Monday. Absolutely free. And when you get your copy of Vegas Pro 17, on the 17th, then they connect up via your Wi-Fi, and you're collaborating and you're controlling in real time. And it's
I love that. I mean, I really do. Now, let me ask you a question, because personally, I want to know this answer, and I'm pretty sure a few of them do. For us owners of Vegas 12,
yes.
Any kind of a deal going on to give us a break on upgrading to 13?
Absolutely. When it first comes out, we'll have a promotional price, $199 to upgrade to this next version 13. So drop by the website, put your email address in there so we can alert you as soon as it comes out. And if you're a current owner, you would be able to take advantage of the upgrade pricing.
So remember, you have 30 days. At day 31, you're going to really be kicking yourself. Go to the website, get your email address in. If you're like me, you're busy, you're going to forget the date. You're not going to set a reminder on your phone, and you're going to go, well, I just threw $500 in the street because now I got to buy it. So definitely don't forget that.
Right.
That 4K workflow. You're still doing the 3D workflow because this is a big deal for us, because that's how we edit our 3D. I love the way how I put my left right in. It automatically gives me that, that combined version. Here's something that I'm learning with 4K. Depending on what camera you're using, especially more of a high-end camera, I'm using 4 memory cards. I'm recording in quadrants. Left, right, bottom, So if I was doing that, and I'm editing in, let's say, Vegas 13, will that automatically combine my clips as a sub clip, or is that something I'm gonna have to, and again, this is new for me because I'm still learning this because we're just getting into our 4K world.
Well, you know, there's an interesting port that brings up another feature. So if you're editing on your big workstation that's got plenty of muscle, it might work just great with those 4K files. But you're working on your laptop that is not the strongest machine around, it might be challenging. So go into the media pool, right-click on that media, and say generate a proxy. So then it generates a very friendly, easy-to-use proxy. And anytime you're in draft or preview mode, you're working very fast with the proxy. Then you want to stop and say, well, what does it look like full res? Just go to best. Instantly in the background, you don't even notice it. It swaps to the full res files, and you're looking at the full res material.
Now, if I edited something in the proxy version and I wanted to render, could I swap it back over and it'll render the full res file?
Don't even have to do that. As soon as you go to render, Vegas is smart enough to know that you want to use the full res files, so it'll render out using the full res files.
Now, you know, I was sold before I even walked up to the booth because I know what 12 does. But I do know when I'm on the road, I can't edit. My laptop just can't handle it. That's just how it is, let alone if I'm using a Windows tablet, it doesn't even want to load the software, let alone do it. I think this is going to be a way we could get some stuff done when we're on the road, get a quick edit, show it to a band, come back home if there's something we need to do. But I love that version of this. Again, this is why Sony is the happiest place on earth for me, because I see things, I'm smiling ear to ear, I know the new stuff I'm going to get, I know the new stuff you're going to be able to see and how well it's going to work. One more quick question. With the new version 13, did we add any more transitions and stuff in it? I know there's some stuff, I know I had to go to a third-party source for like one or two things that I wanted.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if Sony upgraded that at all.
No, but I've got some exciting news about that. So, we have worked with some of our key partners to add some fabulous new tools into Vegas Pro. For instance, our partners at New Blue have given us the entire collection of Video Essentials 6 comes to Vegas Pro. Lots of stuff you're really going to enjoy there. Our partners at FX Home have given us 7, I think, of their new, brand new, not even released yet, plugins that do all kinds of interesting effects. Since you work a lot with dialogue, Vegas Pro comes with Nectar Elements from Isotope, which is the perfect tool for enhancing or repairing sometimes your dialogue.
Oh,
so
this is nice.
All included in Vegas Pro. So that's where you're going to find some really creative power.
So you've seen it. There's other software out there. You've probably used it. You've probably been disappointed. You got to pick it up. Question, is Sony going to have a demo version of this for people to try some stuff?
If you go to the website on the 17th, you can either buy it, or if you're not sure yet, you can download a fully functioning trial version and try it out for yourself, prove to yourself that it's as fast an editing environment as I'm talking.
That's a biggie. The 17th, you really need to download this. We know we're upgrading. We don't need the demo. You might be questioning, you might be happy with the things you have. I'd say demo this thing, give it a true work over, get used to the tools. Don't just give it a half second. You're gonna change. It's the best thing out there. It's working with so many different workflows. It makes your life easy. I mean, it saved me hours just, you know, in the sub-clip world with our 3D. So we love everything we see. I just can't wait to get my hands on it.
Yeah, and I might mention to those folks that have not tried it before, we've got all kinds of free training online. If you go to Sony Creative Software.com support, you can find free training. There's built-in tutorials into the application that teach you how to do something in the project you're working on, and of course the regular online help. So lots of ways to learn to use this application. Very easy to learn.
Exactly. I mean, for me, it was one little thing. 3-minute YouTube video clicked me on something I was missing. So there's always ways to get that info, but I could honestly say it is one of the, if not the most user-friendly pieces of software. And you all know, user-friendly is the selling point. It's what it does, but if it's not user-friendly, I don't need it. This is both. It's a powerful product, user-friendly, it's always growing. If you're not getting it, you've missed the boat. That's all we could say.
There we go.
Michael, it was an amazing time. I've learned some great things. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I know the 17th, I'm getting my upgrade. You better get yours. We're gonna go see a few more things. I know we're gonna go next door and talk about some sound stuff. We did that at NAMM, but I have one major question and it was answered, and you're gonna love the answer to that. So we're going next door and we'll see you in a few. Be right here, Buzz TV. You saw a little about this in the Sony press conference, and now we're here with a friend of ours, Jacob, and with the Sony bus. Tell me about this lovely production facility we're in.
Well, partnered with Sony to try to make a mobile marketing experience that we could show off Sony technology, but also teach some of the technology that we have in the classrooms that we do at Full Sail. Throughout the truck, we can get into some basic 3D modeling, show off some student content on the multiple monitors that we have around the truck. We also have lighting visualization that we can program and design a lighting show in a computer system, work it into the MA console, and take control of the moving lights that we have here in the truck.
Now here's something, and this actually is something I'm interested in. Top of doing Buzz TV, I'm actually an LD and I do design lights. In fact, Justin and I are going out of town and I have to design a show for Saturday night. Tell me about what I'm looking at, what the program is for other people, because this is a big deal. This is actually something that'll help me and other people building a rig and seeing what your rig's gonna actually look like.
This is ESP vision, so if you go into your venue and you have a drawing of the venue, you know where your rig points are, you know the sizes, you can come in and design your entire show from stage to band members, lights, having fog come in, all your visual elements right there in the computer system. Then you can set up camera points to know what each audience member is going to see. So if they have a bad seat or a good seat where you want to add stuff, move stuff, or if you're going to blind them. Still having control of all your lights in the MA console, and then saving the program. If you get in, you know your rig points, you know what you visualized in your mind, and you see it run. You go into the venue, you turn it on, you're ready to go.
See, that's amazing, because there's so many times you're going to design something and you're wondering what the throw looks like or how it's going to look. This is an amazing thing, something we love.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going to be diving into.
Yeah, a little bit of tweaking, you can make it right.
Exactly. So let's see what else we have in this fun little thing.
As you flip around, we've got a Pro Tools setup on the Raven audio console from Slate Audio. They designed this console. They worked with Pro Tools to do an interface that works for both systems, for Slate and for Pro Tools. 12-point multi-touch audio engineering for studio engineering to get your song sounding right, adding your inserts, and just making everything sound perfect.
And you know, I was playing with this before, and I love the touch capability on it. It is just a great and beautiful unit.
It's a wonderful unit, and you can set it up, and you don't have to worry about somebody coming behind you and hitting a couple buttons when you go to take a bathroom break.
Exactly. Because I'm always, people love to touch buttons. That's one thing.
To come lock you out of your stuff.
I'm telling you.
Mark Broussard concert playing on the screens over here that we also have sunk up into this Sony Anycast touch video switcher. So if I want to get out of this shot and I can come out wide and flip into a wider shot of the venue to where our students help design, build, and put together this production that we had on campus for one of our Hall of Fame events.
And obviously I'm looking at the shots from each camera here.
We've got the 3 camera shots here, all student shots, and then we've got the Anycast that we can switch through our different views. Get in on the drummer, he's going crazy. We've got the guy on the back. Come back out wide to Mark Broussard.
And I love the way that just blends in. It's, now you can set it if I'm correct for a hard edit, soft edit.
Yes.
Perfect.
You got Sony's figured everything out. They know what
I'm
they're doing.
telling you. And you guys tour this thing around, correct?
We're going to high schools, events like NAB. We can go to any other event that somebody would want us at and demonstrate, teach, show what Full Sail actually is and what the industry really is about.
And how could they get a hold of you guys to do that?
FullSail.edu. You can log on, request some more information, and check out more information on all of our degrees and programs that we offer around the country.
That's a great thing, because we saw something in the audio world with the John Lennon bus, and they are a full production facility more for the audio side.
Correct.
This is a great thing, and I'd say if you're a school and you have students, get a hold of them. They'll be more than happy if it works in the schedule. Get it out there, get this out there. And again, like we've always said, you get a great deal of knowledge out of a book. I could get a ton of stuff off a video, but until you're hands-on, that's really when it sinks in and things start to click.
That creative guy wants to touch and play and do stuff. I can't read a book, but I can hit a bunch of buttons and figure it out and do stuff the fun way.
Exactly, and it clicks a lot more. I mean, I read it in the book, but until I touch it, it's still like a foreign language. Once I get my hands on everything I read in the knowledge, now it more or less blends and merges.
Yep.
Now, real quick, because I see a lot of people up there, so I don't know if we could get there. What's up with video games in here?
Student-made video games. One of our other degrees, we went through show production, we went through audio, we went through video and 3D modeling. Student-created video games. Students design, write, program the entire thing from soup to nuts.
You know, and this is the world for that. And you guys do all that at Full Sail.
We're the magic behind the curtain. We make everyone else look pretty and make everything work.
So remember, go to their website.
Yeah.
Again, that is?
Fullsail.edu.
Links are right down here, so you'll click it, you'll see it. Hope we didn't scare you in 3D. But again, this stuff's great. We love the bus, we love the product. The school idea is incredible. So again, if you need some knowledge, check these guys out. They're the best at what they do. With a facility like this that's mobile, you could only imagine what they have going in-house.
Thanks.
Jacob, this was great. We really appreciate everything. Full Sail, Sony, you guys did one hell of a great job.
Thank you so much.
B-Rad, Buzz TV, we're out of here. Thanks, guys.
Rolling down the blood highway.
got it, you didn't.